Hi, I'm Michelle Sassooni, one of the hosts of Moderately Outraged, and today I'm going to talk to you about a little known international issue, but one that has major implications for the United States. The war between Azerbaijan and Armenia, and how Turkey wants to use this war to finish what it started in the Armenian genocide. Now, for those who don't know, Armenia and Azerbaijan are fighting over a little known area called Nagorno-Karabakh or Artsakh. Artsakh is ethnically Armenian, but has been considered autonomous since, the end of the Soviet Union. However, Azerbaijan has been trying to assert authority in that region for quite some time, and beginning in July, it really amped it up. In the middle of the pandemic, when the rest of the world was busy, trying to deal with the global crisis, Azerbaijan took that opportunity to go in and militarily start trying to take land. And what they do, and they do this effectively in Artsakh, is they completely destroy villages. They burn churches to the ground and show any remnants that there was in Armenian society there. Because for those who don't know, Armenia is devoutly Christian. It was the first Christian nation in the entire world. Azerbaijan is Muslim. So when they destroy these churches, they are effectively destroying any signs of Armenian heritage, and also trying to discourage those living in Artsakh from returning home. Now, the real problem with this issue is that other than the fact that it is now, gone from clashes to all-out war because Armenia has had to step up its fighting to return fire against the Azeris. The problem in, the real issue here is that Turkey has been getting involved. And for those who don't know this, Turkey committed a genocide against the Armenians, killing nearly 2 million Armenians in the early 1900s during the First World War under the Ottoman Empire. Now, Turkey has denied the genocide for literally 100 years, and they still continue to deny it. If you actually recognize the genocide in Turkey, you can go to jail. The United States didn't even recognize the Armenian genocide until just this year, because we have such close ties with Turkey. So that's why this issue has, such global repercussions. And Turkey has been getting involved in it by sending their own fighters and also recruiting Syrian rebel groups to go into Azerbaijan and fight on their behalf. Essentially recruiting militia groups to go in and finish what they couldn't do, which was slaughter every last Armenian and take the Armenian land. Because that, at the end of the day, is what Turkey wants to do. I mean, it's atrocious. The fact that you can go to prison just for recognizing the genocide. Journalists have been shot and killed in Turkey for even mentioning the genocide. So just so you understand the scope of what we're dealing with. Also, on the Azeri side, Azerbaijan, the one place you may have heard of it is John Oliver actually did an amazing special on it on his show Last Week Tonight, where he talked about how crazy the Azeri dictator is and all the massive human rights violations that they have, and how the world continues to work with them because of their oil reserves. So if you're wondering, what can I do to help out with this issue in a faraway land that does have repercussions for the United States? You can do a few things. You can call your senators and call your congressmen and ask them to do the following. Ask them to condemn Azerbaijan for the unprovoked attacks on Artsakh. You can ask them to call upon Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, to end all offensive force against Artsakh in Armenia. You can ask them to warn Turkey to stop sending arms and fighters to Baku. And you can and this one is really important. You can ask them and ask the United States to cut off all U.S. military and security aid to Azerbaijan. You know, when the Democrats were really pushing this BDS movement, this boycott, divest, and sanction Israel, it was because they were saying Israel was occupying land that was not theirs. Well, Azerbaijan is doing the exact same thing with Artsakh. They are occupying land that is not theirs with military force. So where are the Democrats right now? Where are they calling out? Where are they calling for the United States to stop sending aid to Azerbaijan, a dictatorship with known human rights violations? Where are they at? They're nowhere to be found. And another group of people who I bet won't say anything about this issue is the Young Turks Network, which, if you didn't know, the Young Turks Network, they got their name. The Young Turks was the name of the group that actually started and carried out the Armenian genocide. So they named their show after the people who slaughtered 2 million Armenians. And I bet you they will not speak out against Azerbaijan in this issue. I bet you that they'll say, oh, there were attacks on both sides. Because you know what? Both the Turks and the Azeris are experts at fake news. They have been running propaganda since the beginning of this issue, trying to say that Armenia was the one that was, committing offensive attacks, when that is absolutely not true. Azerbaijan was the one that acted first in July during the pandemic. And Turkey was the one that, started sending troops in. And even though they've denied this, when Armenia said, we're going to send our full military force in, recently, what Turkey's response was they need to stop playing with fire. Does that sound like a nation that isn't involved in this issue? That's what I ask of you. So I ask you to step up, call your Congress people, and ask them to help Armenia when they need it the most. And ask them to not allow a dictatorship and an authoritarian regime to get involved in a sovereign nation, in an autonomous regime. My name is Michelle Sassouni, and if this episode made you moderately outraged, please leave a comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you. Have a nice night.